Hi, and welcome to Men and Women Evolving. I'm Andre Young, founder of Men and Women Evolving Now social clubs, and today we welcome you to come evolve with us. We have a fantastic show for you today. We have two fantastic Men Evolving Now members. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and your businesses.
Hello, my name is Dominic DeFreece. I work for Primerica. I've been now in financial services basically almost 15 years. What I try to focus in on is basically building wealth for my clients.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniel Vaxter. I have my own fitness company, eaglehousefitness.com. I can be reached at. I do online fitness as well as in-home one-on-one personal training. I've been in business for about 3 years now.
Great, and it's great to have you guys with us. Thank you for coming and building on our vision and helping the world evolve along with us.
Thanks for having us, Dre.
Thank you.
As with every show and forum, we always start off with positives. There's so much negativity in the world, and we really want to eliminate that as much as possible. Everyone has something bad going on, but good too. So, as with everything, we like to start with the positives. What's been going good since we've seen each other last?
Last time we saw each other, I think from last time, the biggest impact that has happened is the kids are going back to school. But they are back in school now. They had a great first week, but the biggest thing that's happening right now is we're setting up for, if you will, the grand opening of the office, which is going to happen in October. We're going to be right there, I think, on Penn Avenue in West Lawn, so that's pretty exciting right now.
That's awesome. It was a great start, and I know you've been working hard for that, so that's awesome.
Well, for me, it's been transitioning my one-on-one business onto the online platform. That has been like major for me, and that's was a really, really big positive in my life right now because I'm able to reach more people that I can't reach one-on-one. So that's been like a really good positive for me.
Well, I've been enjoying the testimonials and the different positive feedback you've been giving on Facebook. That's been an awesome way to start the day.
Really appreciate that.
Yes.
My positive is I have a lot of positives that I'm thankful for and blessed for. I really don't enjoy the winter time, and anything I don't enjoy, I try to find the positive and the value in it. So my wife and I have decided to do some more dating in the winter time, and I've set up a calendar of winter events. And we already have them on the calendar, and I'm so excited for a light at the end of the tunnel for every month for the winter time.
Okay.
Nice.
Also, my boys playing football. They've been doing very, very well out there this season, so it's great to see them. And my daughter, we've been doing a lot of daddy-daughter dates and things like that. She's 15. You still can date your daughter at 15. So that's been just fantastic, and so those are my positives.
Nice.
Awesome.
For our topic, though, time to get into the topic of the day. And as we do at our forums and on the show, we pick them randomly. So Dom, I'm going to ask you to pick one.
Not a problem.
And then hand it back to me.
Not a problem. Here you are.
Okay, thank you. So drum roll, please, right?
There we go.
Okay, I love this topic.
Okay.
Our topic for today is the definition of a man. And I think it's such a great topic because all of these boys and young men and men will become men. We're all going through a journey. And I think it's so important because so much of being a man is being distorted or not understood. A lot of the TV shows that we watch, the man is a bumbling idiot, doesn't know how to take care of the kids, is considered weak or a sex mongler or whatever. So that's not all men.
Right.
So I think it's very important that we address a definition of what a man is. So for our question, what is our definition? What is your definition of a man?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Awesome. Definition of a man is someone who can admit failure. Is someone who can admit that he or she, this goes for women as well in my opinion, are wrong.
And I think that's important. A lot of what is for a man is for a woman too, and for being an adult and a good person. Yeah.
May and I, my wife and I have been together 20 years, so I think it's always been important to balance each other off and things like that in some way, shape, or form. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to admit to something. And sometimes it may not be a failure, but it also has to be able to admit to something. Maybe it's your passion, maybe it's your fear, but a true testimony of a man is someone who can admit that.
And a lot of that goes back in, once you admit it, you're accepting responsibility for it. And also realizing that failure isn't final.
Correct.
There's a lot of lessons to be learned in failure.
Correct.
And so that's awesome.
Right. Two things for me. First of all, it's learning from your mistakes. you know, as we grow up as men, we're definitely going to make mistakes because we're not human. So I believe though if we do make a mistake, we go through that mistake, try to go through it one time and learn from that. Also, there's nothing wrong with doing what we as a society call women things. There's nothing wrong with us cleaning. There's nothing wrong with us washing the dishes.
Right.
Those things that we put on just women, there's nothing wrong with us doing that.
Learning how to self-care.
Exactly.
And take care of yourself and your family.
Exactly. So I feel as though that's a big thing. It shouldn't bother you to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
You know, I look at it's the start of football season, and I look at it from a general manager perspective. So many of these teams are cutting players, adding players, and building their team to be a championship team.
Right.
But in our lives, we're a part of a team, and I'm the head of my team.
Right.
And I feel like one of the qualities of being a man is learning how to be a general manager. Who may you need less in your life for various reasons? Who may you need more of? You know, who do you add? Who do you need to cut? Who do you need to start to learn to follow? And how do you build up your team, whether that be your friends, your family, your coworkers, your businesses? And you know, another quality comes to mind is, and we left off with a quote a couple shows ago, men build and boys destroy. I feel like a quality of being a man is you building up not only yourself but the people around you.
Right.
Learning to build your wife, your girlfriend, your kids, your family, your parents. How do you build them?
I mean, I think you were saying something in your positives. One point that I was taking is that you were scheduling components of your life. I don't think it's completely wrong to schedule, but to any piece of your puzzle. But as you schedule something, you are making a point of making an objective realized. That is truly what it is. Whether it be dating, whether it be getting a job, whether it be opening a business, you are defining an objective, and now you are making steps to achieve that objective.
Setting priorities with the plan.
That's
right.
it.
Setting priorities with the plan.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Another thing that came to mind as I was going through a lot of the quotes of the day that we send out was being a man, a quality of a man. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You should, yeah.
I can do a lot of things. I can be bigger than a lot of people, and I can do something. Should I? If I wanted to date that girl and have sex, just because you could, should you?
Right.
Just because I can win an argument and beat my chest and scream louder, should I? So just because you can, should you?
Well, you and I were talking about this past weekend.
Yeah.
We had a meeting. We had a business meeting this weekend, and we said, just because you have the ability to achieve something right now doesn't mean you should always execute on that. And what I mean by that is this. Just because I have within my power today to do it does not mean my next 5 objectives won't be impacted by my decision today. So you have to be strategic in how you approach things. And so when you and I were talking about it this past weekend,
Exactly.
we said, just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it.
Should I? Yeah, it's like, should I make this move right now?
Right.
Will this move be beneficial?
Right.
Or can I wait to make this move when it's a better time?
Correct.
Timing,
Exactly.
understanding timing, and
Right.
my dad calls it daddy vision. Being able to see the bigger picture and learning to step outside of yourself.
Right.
A lot of times you're doing it because you're thinking about ourselves instead of how it's going to affect everyone.
Right.
It's chess, not
Correct.
checkers.
Yeah, there
Correct.
you go.
Correct.
And so let's go to our second question. I'd love to hear from you guys about when was your man moment? When did you really realize, okay, today I'm a man? And the short version, I know we're going to be running out of time, and I want the world to hear what we really have to say.
I'll go first. I don't know if I've even realized that. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really don't, because I go with the idea of this. History, everything's going to be judged at a later point in time.
Yeah.
I try to be as honest and as open and as caring as I can be. I have no idea. I'm going to offend people. I'm going to hurt people. And then in that definition of saying who is a man, I failed and I've succeeded. I'm not done with it, and I really don't know if I truly could say I'm a man today.
Right.
I don't know. Was I a man when I got married? Was I a man when I had my 3 children? I don't define that.
What you're talking about is evolution. we're always evolving.
We're always revolving.
Right.
So the definition of a man is always going to evolve. Why? Because if we go with the idea that a man is always has to learn how to admit or how to succeed, you're always going to be somehow in some way, some portion of your life, you're going to be a man.
Right.
I don't know if I can define that today and say when that moment was for me. I can tell you when I felt like the most grown up in my life.
Right.
And that component happened literally after I had joined the service and 2 years in, and we were putting together a team, and all of a sudden I get knocked on the door. Hey, you're a squad leader. You got to get out there and start leading some stuff. Right. And I'm like, well, I'm 19, so.
That's the second time we talked about following and leading. Like maybe knowing when to follow and when to lead, who to follow and who to lead. Right. Because if you're leading and nobody's following, you're just taking a walk.
You're just taking a walk by yourself.
Exactly. So a question I really do want to leave for the world and really ask everybody, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, where do you rate yourself today as a man? Let's go a little bit deeper. That same scale, where do you rate yourself as a father, as a husband, as a son, as a friend, as a coworker? And no matter what your number is, whether it was a negative 10 or whether it was a 9, what will it take for you to move up another number or 2? And that's setting those priorities in that plan. We welcome you to come evolve with us, and you can find out how to become a member and find out about online memberships starting January 1st at our website, www.menevolvingnow.com. And we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.